It's the time of year when everything gets a bit tense for Celtic on the continent, but Callum McGregor reckons it's the rest of Europe who should be fearing a French invasion. The Hoops are embarking on the annual nerve-shredding journey towards the Champions League, but the midfielder is feeling a little less stress with Dembele and Edouard leading the charge. Last season Celtic had to face Rosenborg without a striker as Dembele and Lee Griffiths were crocked and suspended. While James Forrest was a handy stand-in hero, McGregor is glad to avoid similar stress this time around. Griff might be toiling, but Edouard and his Parisian pal are firing on all cylinders. The pair of them ripped a Shadow Shamrock Rovers side to ribbons in a 7-0 win at the weekend. Edouard and Dembele celebrate with last season's Premiership trophy, Image SNS Group, and even if the opposition was modest, the combination of the two up front was bursting with potential. It was noticed on a couple of occasions last term as well, especially when they linked up to back 10-man Celts, a famous win at Ibrox. Dembele is fully fit and in menacing mood, while Edouard doesn't appear to be getting weighed down by his £9 million record transfer tag following his permanent switch from PSG. McGregor's sleeping a little easier knowing those two will be a handful for any side in Europe. With Alash Kurt the first in the firing line in tomorrow's first leg in Armenia. McGregor said, "Hodgson and Musa are great. When you see those two playing together, they have a real knack of knowing each other's games. They have pace, power, and they're a hard two for anyone trying to defend against them. We know if we get the ball up to that pair as quickly as possible, they will do the thing. Playing in midfield behind them, you have so many options. You can spin one in behind them, play it to feet and go again. It's a great platform for the midfield boys to play off. You can run beyond them as well because you know they're going to hold it up and give you something to work with. It's great to have the kind of firepower up front. With those two there at the top of the pitch, you've always got a chance of scoring. And that is something we're trying to work on again this season, scoring more goals. When you see those two up front, it puts the fear into teams because they have power, pace, angles, everything." Image SNS Group. Dembele was his usual self in Dublin on Saturday, but it was Edouard who had the bit between his teeth. The France under-20 star was crazy keen to make an impact, and his second goal in the round was sensational as he nutmegged his man before almost removing the net from the rigging. McGregor nabbed a couple as well, including one nicked off Dembele at close range, while Scott Sinclair notched late on, and Lewis Morgan opened his Celtic account with a superb solo run and slick finish. Confidence boosted, now down to the real stuff. McGregor has been over the course a few times now and is not going into these qualifiers with his eyes shut. Image SNS Group. There are a few familiar names lying in wait, but he won't look past Alash Kurt just yet. Long flights, baking hot temperatures, dodgy pitches and hungry opposition. McGregor's seen and done it and collected a fair few well-worn t-shirts. He said, "It's not so much a trip into the unknown now. When you go to these places it can be tough. It's hot, conditions are tough, the pitch can be a bit different. You have to draw off the experience of previous campaigns. And when I look at the boys we look a lot more stable unit now. Hopefully we'll be all right when we get into the process. The squad is strong. It's a team game, and in modern football there are 60 games a season. You need a strong bench, need a large group. We need the boys not in the starting 11 to still be at it, pushing the boys in the team. We know how good our squad is, and we know how beneficial it is to have that strength in depth. You've seen it over the last few seasons, how we've needed everybody. It will be exactly the same this year." McGregor believes Celtic can get to the group stages for a third straight year. Image Reuters. With these qualifiers it's massively important to be mentally sharp. It defines your season how you perform in these games, even this early on. It's important to be fit, to be sharp, and hopefully get through the process. And it helps having guys such as McGregor around. The Scotland star was the only man in the country to score in 5 competitions last year, with goals in the league and both cups as well as the Champions and Europa League, making him one of Brendan Rodgers' blue-eyed boys. He has picked up where he left off last term and is ready to be one of the main men in Europe once again. McGregor added, "It was a good workout in Dublin, getting game time, getting the goals and getting our confidence up. The hope is to carry that into Tuesday. When I came back in pre-season, all I wanted was to keep going, keep working hard, producing more of the same and see where that takes me. I'm delighted to be in the team and doing well, getting goals.